All right, let's talk about Benjamin Franklin. We need to identify Benjamin Franklin. In this particular standard, 2 and substandard C, we're going to identify him as a symbol or an example of social mobility and individualism within the colonies. So we have three elements: social mobility, individualism, and then how Benjamin Franklin is an example of those first two. So we have beliefs and ideals, social interactions, and a community service or service to the community, pretty much. Benjamin Franklin is an example of social mobility in that he was born in poverty. He's going to work himself out of poverty and become well known for his accomplishments. Move his station in life from poor and in poverty to being one of the wealthiest men in the colonies. Second bullet, through his own efforts, that's individualism. It was his hard work and determination. He became a successful inventor, statesman, ambassador, and businessman. Very active during his lifetime. Social mobility. If we read Benjamin Franklin's autobiography, he leaves a note to his son William, and he talks about social mobility in his own light. He says, quote, here's Benjamin Franklin: "I emerged from the poverty and obscurity in which I was born and bred to a state of affluence and some degree of reputation in the world." Affluence, meaning wealth and station, was elevated above that of being in poverty and obscurity. Okay? Alright, so that is social mobility. Alright, what did he do? If I just throw down a few things here: inventor, scientist, statesman, ambassador, businessman, that's just to name a few, doesn't even touch the list. He invented the Franklin stove, the lightning rod, bifocals, a lot of other things. He did experiments with electricity. And statesman, he was an ambassador to England, a foreign minister to France. Let's see. Actually served, I got these numbers off, but a businessman. He owned a printing business. If we look online, we can find a list of things that he was involved in, and there's all kind of things about Benjamin Franklin online. He was a clerk, postmaster, alderman, governor, and ambassador. All kind of different things that Benjamin Franklin and his accomplishments, and we can list them all, but it'd take us forever. Individualism, this idea and belief in individualism, is based on the Protestant work ethic. In other words, if you work hard and you rely on no one but yourself and direct your own life, make your own choices, and you're responsible for your own actions, then you can make out of yourself what you put into it. That's what individualism is. And Benjamin Franklin would have all these maxims about being thrift in your money. In his autobiography, all sorts of advice. I encourage you to read Benjamin Franklin's autobiography if you haven't already. So, what's the purpose of us discussing Benjamin Franklin as an example of social mobility and individualism? It's a message. It's basically saying that in America, in colonial America, and in America today, we have opportunities. And regardless of your social status, when you're born, there are opportunities for success for those who are willing to work for it. If you just sit on your latches, you're not going to get anything done. But if you get up and you work for it and you make something of yourself, you can become successful in the United States. So the theme here is individualism, social mobility, and those are beliefs and ideas. Okay, that's Benjamin Franklin. I hope that helped you out a little bit.